Yung anxiety, grabe, about your future. Alam mo yun, sa kapupulutin, pagtanda mo, pag wala ka ng pera, paano yun pag nagkasakit ka, alam mo yun, ano yung insurance mo, wala nang pondo yung pilit, ganon. Siyempre, di ba? Tapos nun, pupunta ka sa trabaho, for example, you work in an office, 4 na oras yung traffic minsan. Yung ganun ba, nagbabayad ako ng buwis, pero this is what I get. And then I get news all the time that I have to pay for this again, then I have to pay for this again. Di ba parang kahit gano'n ka kayaman, matatakot ka eh.
Kumusta og maayong adlaw kabayan? Welcome back to the Pinoy Expat. My name is Icon and I am your host. Dito sa Pinoy Expat, pag-uusapan natin ang iba't ibang aspeto ng buhay ng Pilipino sa ibang bansa. Ngayong araw kasama natin sa isang online interview si Chanel, isang artista, entrepreneur at OFW advocate na sa kabila ng kanyang napaka-busy schedule ay naisisingit pa rin gumawa ng content para sa ating mga kababayan na OFW. Samahan niyo ako at pakinggan natin ang kanyang kwento. Chanel, kumusta? Good afternoon or good morning. Thank you for joining me and thank you for being on the show.
Thank you din, Tito Icon. It's a bright and beautiful morning, and what better day to do this? Thank you.
Yes, exactly. It's a weekend and right now it's 8 a.m. something. Wala pang 9 a.m. sa Manila?
Wala pa naman.
Yeah. So you're an early riser talaga or meron ka bang project or lakad today?
Wala, maaga talaga ako, kuya, kasi nag-gym po ako ng umaga. Tapos yung aso kasi, kuya, ginigising ako. Nagigising yung aso, wala akong choice.
Bangon na daw, go for a walk na.
Yeah, ayun na nga. Tapos nun siya yung matutulog ulit. Tapos ako magtatrabaho na para ma-afford yung lifestyle niya. Natulog-tulog lang.
Speaking of your work, you're a full-time actress.
Well, kuya, actors is just one of the things I do. So I do a lot of things. I also have an influencer marketing agency here in the Philippines. I'm also a PR manager for a bag brand.
Oh, so marami ka palang
Ganap sa buhay mo, hindi lang yung pagiging artista, but being an actress already is time-consuming, medyo busy.
Kapag may taping, yes. Pero kapag wala, madami kasing free time eh, pag wala kang taping eh. And I think that's one of the things na people mistake actors din with, na parang busy-busy sila kapag dahil actor sila. Well, busy sila kapag may project. Pero pag wala, there's a lot of time where you can learn a lot of things and do a lot of
and that
things.
makes sense.
And yun na nga, this is one of those times na wala kang taping. So, nabigyan mo ako ng oras. Thank you for that. But still, I still find you na parang, like you said, meron kang business, yung influencer marketing business, you're a PR manager. But still, you find time to create content on TikTok and then on YouTube. Paano mo to nagagawa?
Well, kasi I think you always have to be creative every day. And one of the things that you want to be creative with is your advocacy. So, ang advocacy ko kasi is for OFWs. Yun yung napili kong advocacy sa buhay ko.
So yun
Yun.
yung purpose in life mo, ganun.
Hindi naman purpose, but one of the things that I really want to understand, and one of the things that I really want to, to help in. Kasi OFW sobrang masisipag eh. They deserve all the help that they can get. Kaya yun yung naging, yun yung naisip ko. Okay.
Yeah, and that makes sense.
Okay, so you have your channel, your YouTube, and your TikTok, The Kabayan Explorer. Tell us about it.
Well, I started with it last October lang as a birthday gift to myself. Kasi I wanted to do something new. So, ayun, I went around and then parang na-realize ko, ang dami kong friends abroad na nagtatrabaho. I want to learn about them. I want people to know more about their life. Kasi parang ang daming misconception.
Sabi mo, birthday gift mo sa sarili mo. Is this something na matagal mo nang gustong gawin?
Actually, ano lang siya, nag-pop lang siya sa utak ko. When I was nearing my birthday, I told myself I wanted to do something to pay it forward. So, in this way, I feel like I'm paying it forward.
So, yan yung, I would say, motivation mo for doing this type of content.
Yes, for people to learn more about life, living and working abroad, the benefits and the cons to working abroad.
Meron ka bang personal stories na I would say masasabi mong you can relate to the plight of the OFW or like family kaya or relative na nasa ibang bansa?
Well, kasi kuya, growing up, I have a very good life, gratefully for that. I'm very grateful sa parents ko for giving me a good life. And I really didn't understand why people would go away from their country. Parang nag-enjoy talaga ako dito sa buhay ko sa Pilipinas. And since parang medyo close pa yung mundo ko sa Pilipinas, syempre pag bata ka, hindi ka naman nakakapag-travel eh. Hindi mo naman naiintindihan lahat. And naisip ko, bakit ganon? Yung mga pinsan ko, umaalis, pupunta abroad. Syempre namimiss ko sila kasi lagi ko silang kalaro dati. Bakit ganon? Bakit ganon si tita ko? Okay naman yung buhay dito sa Pilipinas. Ba't pumunta pa ng abroad? But, di ba, yung parang medyo hindi pa bukas yung mundo ko sa mga nangyayari. So, nung nag-start ako na mag-travel, nung na ako, ipon-ipon, nung medyo tumatanda na, ayun, medyo nabuksan yung mundo ko sa kung ano talaga yung nangyayari sa mundo. And one of the reasons that I'm really doing this is opportunists go to where opportunity goes. So, since nakita nga natin na okay, malaki yung opportunity sa ibang bansa. Iba-ibang klaseng opportunity, be it financial, your mental health, your growth as a person. Ang dami. But at the same time, there are a lot of opportunists taking opportunity. Ang daming scams dyan. Ang daming tao na sinasabi, oh, your life will be better there. Pero hindi nila alam yung cost of living sobrang taas. Kaya ang daming storya na nahihirapan sila, na ganito, ganyan. Kasi nga, hindi well-informed. The reason why I'm doing the Kabayan Explorer is bago ka mag-desisyon, pumunta ng ibang bansa, at least you know where you're getting into. And people are not gonna take opportunity of the opportunity that's gonna be given to you.
Yep, and I guess that makes sense. And I would say this interview is really kumbaga ito sa fate or happenstance na interview kita kasi parehas tayo ng advocacy. Now, you've traveled frequently or siguro I would say recently and then you started your channel, nag-interview ka ng mga OFWs. Ano yung pinaka-inspiring na kwento ng OFW na narinig mo?
I met a Filipina princess. A princess who married a prince. And to me, that's very inspiring. I won't expound more about it, but to me, it's very inspiring kasi it makes me think that everything is possible and dreams do come true.
So, merong hindi lang ala Disney princess but actual princess talaga who married a prince. That's... Sino to? I have to interview her.
So, I cannot expound more on it because they're very private.
That's really, parang, yeah, like you said, everything is possible. You mentioned kanina, misconceptions about OFWs. You yourself, meron kang personal misconception when you were a kid. Yung tita ko, okay naman yung buhay dito, bakit pa nag-abroad? Para sa'yo, ano sa tingin mo yung pinaka-common na misconception about Filipinos moving abroad or yung mga OFW?
Na pera lang, kung umano lang sila to chase, greener pastures.
And you would say that that's not entirely true?
No, it's not entirely true. A lot of people have different reasons to go elsewhere. They want to open up. They want to see what the world can give them.
Right. Okay. And base sa mga na-interview mo, are you able to pinpoint kung ano yung pinaka-common na reason or motivation people go abroad aside sa pera, okay?
Ano talaga quality of life. Quality of life. Tawa ka, kuya.
So medyo bagsak ba yung quality of life sa Pilipinas?
Well, it's more of I'm not sure you get your money's worth, And in the future kasi here in the Philippines, it's very not for all. I'm not talking about everyone in general. But yung anxiety grabe. Yung anxiety grabe about your future. Alam mo yun, sa kapupulutin, pagtanda mo, pag wala ka ng pera, paano yung pag nagkasakit ka, alam mo yun, ano yung insurance mo, wala nang pondo yung pilit, ganon. Siyempre, di ba? Tapos nun, pupunta ka sa trabaho, for example, you work in an office, 4 na oras yung traffic minsan, yung ganun ba, nagbabayad ako ng buwis, pero this is what I get, and then I get news all the time that I have to pay for this again, then I have to pay for this again. Di ba parang kahit gano'n ka kayaman, matatakot ka Tatakot ka talaga.
I guess,
Tama ka dyan kasi I myself, hindi rin pera talaga yung motivation ko moving here to Australia. And some of my friends even, yung kuya ko even, hindi pera talaga yung motivation but rather, like you said, quality of life. I get to see the worth of the money that I'm paying to the government through taxes. Now, speaking about opportunities, kung sa tingin mo, yung opportunities na meron sa ibang bansa, meron din sa Pilipinas, do you think Filipinos would still opt to move abroad?
Baka hindi. Baka hindi. Kasi nandito yung yung support system nila Ang hirap kaya pumunta ng ibang bansa tas wala kang suporta. Tas magbi-build ka ulit. It's hard.
yeah.
So, kumbaga, yung tawag dito, yung pag-move abroad, it's just a last resort ng karamihan sa atin.
Yes. Yes.
Now, let's talk about you. Kung hindi ka naging actress, hindi okay yung business mo diyan, would you see yourself as someone moving overseas and working there?
Oh, yes, definitely, kuya. Kasi I graduated as a nurse originally. So yung mga friends ko from college, they're already nurses, were thriving abroad.
And if magiging nurse ka abroad, which country do you think ang pipiliin mo?
Siguro New Zealand.
New Zealand.
Oh, Australia or New
Parang
Zealand.
tayo.
Yes, Australia or New Zealand. Yeah.
In your TikTok, nakita ko nanggaling ka ng Kuala Lumpur, nag-Singapore ka, and then nag-New Zealand ka rin recently. Ano yung mga bagay na nakita mo doon sa mga lugar na napuntahan mo that you wish na meron din sa Pilipinas?
Well, kuya, eto medyo but I saw from countries na, thriving nations talaga, mga first world countries and yung countries na madami talagang mga intellectuals, and napansin ko hindi siya talaga urban, very urban, parang may mga puno pa rin, magaganda yung mga views, malinis. I think it really contributes to the mental health, hindi lang sa physical health ng isang tao.
So, yung mga open spaces like here in Australia, ang daming open spaces.
Yes, mga open spaces na you can be one with nature. I think kulang tayo sa Pilipinas nun.
Sa atin kasi, hindi tayo be one with nature, be one with SM. Ang daming SM
Yeah, totoo. Sa probinsya mo lang ma-experience yung be one with nature. Pero, kasi, ano mo yun, let's be realistic here. Yung mga tao talaga nagtatrabaho and who are mentally stressed are the ones here in the city.
Yep, that's true. Let's go back a little bit dun sa mindset na, dun sa misconception na pinag-uusapan natin kanina. When it comes to the mindset of Filipinos who move overseas, ano yung, kung meron kang babaguhin about their mindset, ano yun?
Well, I noticed kasi, not all, but some, nakakalimutan nila na Pilipino sila. So, wag mong kakalimutan kung saan ka nanggaling.
Can you expound a little bit? Meron ka bang encounter or narinig na kwento about that made you say na some Filipinos, pag nag-move sila sa ibang bansa, parang nakakalimutan na nila na Pilipino sila?
Yes, yes, definitely. May mga tao akong na-encounter na ano na sila, tawag dito, yung parang hindi mo kasi pwedeng ma-compare lagi and i-down yung sarili mong bansa. I mean, of course, there are, madami talagang hindi maganda, di ba? But, yung parang compare it na lahat naman ng ginagawa for you is, is the best that they can. Tas magrereklamo ka, ganito dito sa Amerika, ganito dito sa ganito. Alam mo yun? Yeah, we know that. We know that. But, this is the best that we can offer you. This is the best that we can give you. 'Di ba? At least be appreciative.
Yeah, and that, I guess that makes sense kasi kaya nga tayo, 'di ba, umalis ng Pilipinas in the first place kasi alam natin yung mga yan. You don't have to rub it in. Now, what about naman yung mindset ng mga family na naiwan sa Pilipinas? Ano yung gusto mong, kung pwedeng baguhin, ano yung babaguhin mo about their mindset?
Be supportive. Be supportive. Kasi naisip ko na parang a lot, pati sa mga teleserye na nababasa ko, na based on the real story, yung OFW, pumunta sa ibang bansa, tapos pagbalik, may kabit na yung asawa, yung mga ganong storya ba? So parang, be supportive, yung tao is doing this for you, for your welfare. Parang, empathetic enough na they need you. They need you, they need your support, they need your love more than ever, kahit na malayo sila.
That's a very good answer, and I think yung sinasabi mong ganyan, hindi lang yan sa teleserye nangyayari, talagang nangyayari yan sa totoong buhay.
Yeah, totoo naman, kuya, yeah.
I think yun lang yung tanong ko, to be honest, very short lang, and I really enjoyed our short chat. I believe meron ka ding questions for me.
Okay, this is just gonna be a short and sweet game, kuya. This is gonna be called One-Liners with Tito Icon. So basically, what we're gonna do is, you're going to give us one-liner advice for topics that I will say.
Okay, sige. I like that. Gusto ko yung mga ganyang advice.
Okay ka na, kuya? Okay.
Sige.
First topic, when?
When? So, I guess when ako pumunta dito sa Australia, when ako nag-abroad, back in 2016, when I was 30 years old.
Ooh. Okay.
Yes.
Next, Australia Starter Pack.
Australia Starter Pack. I would say sunscreen. Number 1, sunscreen. And number 2, yung travel card. Dito kasi, when you pay for transport sa bus, sa train, or sa ferry, meron ka lang card. So, you make sure na meron yan laging laman. And lastly, I guess, mobile phone, internet. Maganda yung internet coverage dito sa Australia. And 50 gig monthly na So, you can easily call your friends or check Google Maps kung nawawala ka na. I guess that's for me.
Oh, okay. And last but not the least, tipid hacks.
Tipid hacks. Oh my God. Number 1, matutong magluto. So, bago ka umalis ng Pilipinas, learn how to cook. Especially your favorite food. Kasi dito sa Australia or sa ibang bansa, I guess, mahal yung pagkain. And number 2, yung mga subscription, minimize. So, meron kang Netflix, meron kang Spotify Premium, meron kang YouTube Premium. Lahat niyan, you can go actually with just one. So, akala mo, it's only $17 a month. But, nagko-compound yan over time. And lastly, na tipid hack, I guess, is just because it's on sale, doesn't mean bibilhin mo siya.
Guilty yan.
Guilty, oh. At saka last pala, tigilan yung kaka-checkout sa mga online shopping.
Uy, kahit saan yata, kuya.
Oo nga eh. Wala tayong magawa dyan.
Mukhang guilty ka dun, ha?
Medyo lang, mga siguro once every 3 months.
Oh, totoo ba?
Yes, no, I'm serious. So wala akong online shopping app sa phone because of that reason. Kasi kapag nasa phone mo lang, nasa kamay mo lang, ang dali ang dali mag-browse, ang dali mag-check out. So I guess yun yung advice ko, na i-delete mo yung mga apps sa phone, and then if you really need to buy something, you go on your laptop para mapilitan ka na, ay, tinatamad ako mag-open ng laptop, di bali na lang.
Yes, that's true. Okay, kuya, let's change it up a bit. Let's turn it up a notch. The first word that pops into your head when I say these words.
Okay, the first word.
First word lang ha. Mabilisan tayo. First word, kangaroo.
Bouncy.
Okay. Number 2, Chris Hemsworth.
Thor? Yeah, Thor. Tama, di ba? Siya si Thor. Yes, Thor.
Okay. Third, Vegemite.
Strong. Strong. Kasi ang lakas ng lasa. Yeah, yun.
Okay, sige. Thank you so much, Tito Aiko.
Oh, yun na. That's it. That was really quick.
That was it.
Wala ba akong jacket dyan?
Bag na lang.
Bag na lang. Okay. Well, I guess that's it for now. Thank you so much, Chanel, for joining me in this really sweet and short interview. Do you have any message or last message to all our OFWs, kababayan na nasa iba't ibang bansa? Ano yung message mo sa kanila?
Well, to the kabayans out there, I hope you take care of yourself and take financial literacy seriously. Especially pag nakaipon na kayo. And also, always be careful everywhere you go. Yun lang.
So that's it, guys. This has been another wonderful episode of The Pinoy Expat with Chanel Latorre, the Kabayan Explorer. Make sure to follow her on TikTok and on YouTube. If you're new to this channel, make sure to subscribe. And if you want more content like this, make sure to follow me on TikTok and on YouTube. Once again, my name is Icon, and you're watching The Pinoy Expat. See ya!